Property transaction price registration hits the road. Simply put, key points in the new system. Transaction price registration provisions in the Equalization of Land Rights Act, which was revised and announced on July 31st of 2019. The new transaction price registration system is going into effect. In the new transaction price registration system, the buyer and seller must jointly report its transaction price when registering the transaction. If the transaction is not declared within the deadline or falsely declared, there will be penalties. Are you aware of other details and nuances in the new system? Let's learn about the new transaction price registration system. First, let's look at the difference between the old and the new system. In the original declaration period, the transaction must be declared within 30 days after completing the transaction. In this way, disclosure of real estate transaction information can be more immediate. Now, in the new system, when you go register the transaction at the land office, you must also declare the transaction price. Also, before the law was revised, the party obligated to declare depends on the situation. It could be the land administration agent or the real estate broking or the buyer. These amendments allows the buyer and seller to cross-check their declaration for better accuracy. After the law is revised, the parties obligated to declare are the buyer and seller jointly. So please remember, in the new system, both the buyer and seller must sign or put their seal on the declaration form. They can decide which party or agent will deliver the documents to the land office. About the most worrisome penalty, the new system has also reasonably adjusted the penalties. Originally, if declaration is overdue, and regardless of the type of error in the form, the fine can range from 30,000 to 150,000 New Taiwan dollar. In the new system, except for those who declare within the deadline after being notified, those who still fail to declare after due date will be fined between 3,000 and 150,000 New Taiwan dollar. False price declaration will be fined between 3,000 and 150,000 New Taiwan dollar. And other false information except false price will be given one opportunity to correct without penalty. So only if you are notified to make corrections within a deadline but fail to do so, you will be fined between 6,000 and 30,000 New Taiwan dollar. In the new system, false declaration of price and other false details of the transaction's other land price will be dealt with according to severity. So it is more in line with the principle of proportionality. It is important to remember there is no second chance for false declaration of price. It is immediately punishable, and if the false declaration is intentional or fraudulent, you may also face criminal liability. There are already sentenced cases of fraudulent declarations, so please don't tempt the law. Also, if your declaration is overdue, or your reported price is false, or other information is inaccurate, and you still have not declared or made corrections, you will face continuous fine until corrections are made. Last, the Department of Land Administration's Taipei City Government once again reminds you, the buyer and seller must jointly register the transaction and declare the transaction price. Take note of the deadline. Be honest, careful, and accurate, and be sure to provide all details of the transaction. Do you now understand the key points of the new system? For more information on the new transaction price registration system, check out the transaction price registration sections of the Department of Land Administration, Taipei City Government.